Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of Another Curse. Chapter 2, Lawrence's Mansion. Continuing from where we left off, I believe. Here we are.
Hello? Is anyone in here? Oh. Jessica? Can you hear me? Come on, Jessica.
She ain't there, get over it.
I guess no one's here. But Jessica's gotta be around here somewhere. She's probably with Dad. Wait, Dee?
Take my eye off him for 1 second, he vanishes. Alright, let's head up the steps, because that's presumably where we're meant to be going. Hmm? Okay. It's too dirty to tell what's on it. I don't think I can make it out.
What a huge painting. Do you remember something about him?
Welcome.
Huh.
Huh. Who is this? There's a name. Lawrence Edward, Patriarch.
So he was the
This
head
is
of the
guy that
family,
owned this
basically.
place. Ashley, this man? He's my great-grandfather. So you're part of the family that owned this house? The Edwards? Did you
Cool.
used to live here? No. I came here with my father. To visit my great-grandfather. He was very ill. And then... that song. Huh? That's right. When we arrived, I heard someone playing the loveliest song on the piano.
Huh. I wonder if we can find one of those in here.
A piano? Let's look around and see if we can find one. I'll come with you. Oh, okay.
Let's start with the door at the end of this hall. I'm pretty sure with these chapters you can't go back to a previous part of the island once you've completed each chapter, so you gotta make sure you've done all the exploring that you want to do. It's weird, I thought something sparkled on the ground. Let's try the main doors.
No good, huh? Jessica.
Nope, no good. Okay, this one wasn't locked, which is good. Huh.
It's a piano.
I hope it's not one of them mad pianos. Those are not fun at all.
Is this the piano you were talking about?
I think...
D?
Hello. You must be the guest Papa told me about.
Franny.
What?
I remember, Ashley. The person playing the piano, it was Franny.
Is it Fran?
Who's Franny?
Oh.
A girl who used to live here.
She used to live here. Were you related?
I'm not sure. It was Franny who used to call me Dee. This house is where we first became friends.
Yeah? That's great. I'm glad you remembered something. Forgetting all your friends sounds so sad.
Yeah. You're right.
There's a thick layer of dust on the keyboard. I guess there's not a huge amount we can do here. Maybe she can't hop down that very, very small ledge. Good grief.
There's a key.
Yep.
Let's look for a place to use it.
We got the E key. There's a lighter.
What's wrong?
This stuff's all recent.
Hey.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not fond of it either.
Dad.
That's right, the neuroscientist is also a chain smoker.
What's this?
It's an origami crane.
Origami?
Yeah, it's made of paper.
Is that QR code?
My mom would make these for me all the time when I was a baby. I don't really remember myself, but Jessica told me about it.
Huh.
But I wonder who made this one. Is the DAS reacting?
Okay. Scan the notes about daily life on the island by pointing the DAS camera at the origami cranes found around the mansion. You can read notes from the messages menu on the X-DAS. Two memories. Interesting. I don't think this was in the original game. A week has passed since my clumsy hands took up a saw and hammer, but I finally completed my new stool. My measurements may have been a little off, but it's not bad for a first attempt. I'll take it to the cliff overlooking the sea next chance I get. It's a little wobbly, must be the ground that's uneven. Well, it's a nice feature. Sitting on this stool I built myself, looking out at the sea, my body rocking in time to the sounds of the waves, the wobbling will help me keep a rhythm. I doubt I'll even notice that after a while. I'll get used to it in no time. But am I going too easy on it? I made the stool my hand, so maybe my judgment is clouded. What if Bill or someone sat on it? Would they have a different take? P.S. I worked on this stool in my spare time around developing the Another, but the fact remains it took me an entire week to make a simple stool. In the realm of DIY, I'm clearly still a novice. Should the day come when I live with Ashley again, I'll have to really ramp up my woodworking skills. That seems like a note from her dad. Anything else that we need to look at? That goes back to the fire.
No good, huh?
Guess that won't open.
Something wrong? Jessica isn't here either. Where could she be?
Well, standing around talking about it's not going to get you anywhere. Okay, so we got a key with an E pattern on it. Makes me wonder if that means it's one of the east. What was that? One of these eastern doors.
No good, huh?
What keeps? Oh. Maybe that's because they are real marble? That's bizarre.
No good, huh?
There's no door back here. It's locked and one open. Okay, so I know I'm meant to be using the key on something, but... The E could stand for Edward, since this is Edward Island. Yeah, I'd be nervous about touching a vase as well. Well, yeah, now I'm curious about it. Why not? Interesting. Wait a minute. I wonder if that works in the piano. Why is it called a drawing room? Never know what that means. Yep, there's an old piano. Just looking to see if there's a keyhole somewhere, maybe. I don't see anywhere obvious where a key would go. Because I believe opening the door, the double doors on the bottom.
No good, huh?
This can't be used here. What is it for then? But I think opening the double doors on the bottom of the double doors at the bottom of the fire actually is how you're supposed to progress. So, It doesn't look like there even is a keyhole for this. Maybe we're not meant to go this way. Wait a minute. Okay, this is getting annoying. What am I meant to be doing? There we go. You use the E key.
Yes!
I guess it's just a case of trying the doors. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It was on the east side though, so I suppose that makes sense.
Oh, it's a hallway. Looks like it leads to more rooms.
Yeah, I remember this being a fairly
Somewhere
elaborate...
where Jessica is. But I guess we'll just have to search the rooms one by one.
Let's see... It's really why. A 3-leaf clover in his beak adorns the door. Okay.
No good, huh? Sorry.
Franny.
Huh?
This was Franny's room.
How do you know that?
Oh, wow. Really?
I guess you remembered.
Ashley, open this door. I feel like I'm about to remember something.
Got it. But I wonder if it's... Yep. Locked.
Well, dang. One of these has to be open though, right?
No.
So yeah, if it wasn't obvious, I believe Franny is very important to the story of what happened here, but that's for quite a bit later as I understand it. The courtyard is past here. No luck, it won't open. Ooh. Slightly creepy. Nope, it's locked. Oh, you weren't though. That's good to know. Oh, it's an artist studio.
So many paintings.
But no Jessica.
Dee? Something up? Did you remember something?
That's a pretty nice picture. There's an old sketch of a young girl on the easel.
What is it?
Want to see a picture that Papa drew? I'll show you, but it'll be our secret, okay, Dee?
It's Franny.
Huh?
Ashley. It's Franny. Uncle Henry drew this.
Wait,
Uncle
who's Uncle
Henry?
Henry?
Yeah. Franny's papa.
So Franny's dad is Henry, and the kid in this picture is Franny. But it's a little rough, so it's hard to be sure.
Franny grabbed my hand and pulled me into this room. She showed this to me and said that her dad was a great artist. She said she asked him to draw a picture of me, too. After that, we went into the yard. There was a puppy.
Huh. Seeing Dee so happy, talking about his memories with Franny, it's a little, well, weird. Dee was with Franny, the girl in this old drawing. And that same boy is here with me, right now.
Okay. Let's have a look around. Yep, drawing supplies. Nothing looks particularly useful. I mean, we could burn this whole place down if we wanted to. Let's see him with the lighter and some rags. Let's take a look around.
Huh. This paper looks new. I wonder who the girl is. Maybe it's Franny?
No. I don't think so.
Actually, that was very clearly
This
you.
girl, she looks a little like you.
Huh? Wait. It couldn't be. Did my dad draw this picture of me?
What's wrong? Aren't you happy?
Does he think I look like this? Well, it's not very accurate. Oh no.
What is it?
What if Dad doesn't even recognize me?
I mean, that might just be a picture of your mum. Sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. I don't mean the chocolate.
Nuh-uh.
Well, that's no good. There's a document in the bag.
What's this?
Research into another.
What?
Richard Robbins and Sayoko Robbins. Ashley's mum and dad.
Huh?
Oh no, it's another one of them stores. Okay, looks like this one's not important though, so we can ignore it, thankfully. I don't want to have to do one of them tilt puzzles if I can help it. That's kind of sad, actually. I doubt anyone's seen that in a long time. Or will ever see it in a long time.
Huh.
Interesting.
What?
Oh.
Dee, look.
What is it?
You can see the ocean.
That's a nice
So
view,
pretty,
actually.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Jessica and I came here on a boat. Maybe you and your dad.
Came by boat as well. Could be.
I mean, how else would you have
Right?
gone here? I've seen no helipad.
When I first saw the island from the
Or
boat,
airport.
I felt something.
What did you feel?
I didn't get it at the time, but I think I do now. At least a little.
What is it?
It's about meeting my dad. I just kept thinking, what do I do if he's a jerk?
Are you scared of that?
Maybe. A little. What?
Yeah. Cobwebs are nasty, I've got to be honest with you. I wonder if there's another key lying around. It's all hard and unusable. That must be ancient at this point. Notepad on the dresser.
Huh.
Notepad looks new. I wonder if it's my dad's. What's written on it? 8 out of 5, Bill is coming. Who's Bill? No clue. Maybe a friend of my dad's? Something else written here too. It's like some notes have been jotted down. Shopping list for Bill, chocolate potato chips, manned helling for cafe all late. Is that it? I really thought there would have been more to it than that. X. Something keeps trying to bug me. Oh, there have been updates. Okay, we'll leave that for now. There are a lot of canvases here and they're all faded. If you don't look after paintings properly, the oil will just sort of evaporate over time, which can cause the faded look. They're all covered in dust. Well, that's nice, but that's not really helpful, is it? Maybe there's something behind the canvas I'm supposed to be looking for. There's an easel. Hello. These are hidden. Interesting. There must be one in each room. Oh, I've missed one. As I enjoyed the breeze off the water, gazing lazily out at the horizon, I recalled the beautiful springtime scenery of Sayoko's hometown in Japan. I haven't visited in Japan in over 10 years. The last time I went, it was for Sayoko to tell her parents of our marriage. During the flight to Haneda, I caught a rather rare sight, Sayoko looking nervous. No doubt her mind was occupied with thoughts of what she'd say to her parents. This was her first visit home in quite a while, after all, and on top of that, she was going to reveal such big news. In an attempt to calm her nerves, I held her hand and asked her to tell me about her hometown. She told me about a river near her family home. In spring, the cherry blossom trees along its banks bloom, creating such a beautiful scene. Even now, all these years later, I can see the smile on her face as she talked about those trees, and the next day I walked beside her beneath those cherry blossoms, on my way to meet her parents for the first time. I've always wanted to return to Japan, but it's not yet been in the cards, but I'll make it back someday, and I'll walk the path beneath the cherry blossoms that Sayoko loved so much. That's very sweet. It's very, very sweet. But I'm not seeing another key anywhere. Wait. You can see the ocean from the window. Am I missing something? Because it kind of feels like there should be another key around here somewhere. Wait a minute. Hmm. 8:15 bill coming. I don't know if that'll do anything, but I can't think of anything else. Hmm. Okay.
What a lovely painting. This may be my favorite room so far, but it feels somehow lonely. I can't put my finger on why.
Oh, I didn't realize there was a second memory to be playing through.
What did you remember?
I've seen this picture. But before it was finished, it used to be of the ocean in the afternoon light. But now, it's the ocean at nighttime. I wonder why it was changed.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I get the impression that's going to be important for some reason. Okay. Weird. If we're done, this might be a case of coming back to it a bit later, but let's have a look. Let's go back outside. Right, we were heading this way, weren't we? So let's keep going. Okay. This is someone's bed. This must be like the guest bedroom or something. Oh, guy switched auto off. There's a teapot and a teacup on the table.
Dee? Who's this?
We're gonna find out.
You mustn't enter my quarters at your whim.
Something the matter?
I just remembered something. This was Wells's room.
Wells?
He was the butler of this mansion. He found me in here once and said to me, "Butlers safeguard all manner of important items for the people of their houses. So you mustn't enter my quarters at your whim."
I wonder what sort of important items he was looking after.
Could have been anything.
Oh, it was keys. Wells held every key for the mansion.
They might be helpful for finding Jessica. Let's look around for them.
That would be extremely helpful if all the keys were in one place. Totally empty wardrobe. It's not even wrinkled. Yeah, not every briefcase contains something. Silver tableware, nice. Is this real silver? This must be antiques or something.
Oh. Dee?
Excuse me. There's an old album full of photos. The two play in the yard. Masters Henry and Thomas are growing up in good health. They're practically inseparable and might make quite a pair. Master Henry is a kind-hearted big brother, always looking after young Master Thomas. The two play in a sports tournament. Master Henry so wise and strong, Master Thomas so sweet and honest. The sound of laughter is ever present around these bright and exuberant boys. I'm sure Mr. Edworth is indescribably proud of their growth. Portraits of the two. While Master Henry pursues art, Master Thomas aims to be a writer. The pair have grown into fine young men, and Mr. Edward is truly hoping from the bottom of his heart that they achieve the lives they so desire. Interesting. That drawer is empty. That means the other one may have something in it. Drawer is empty. There's several books on the desk. A dusty desk lamp. More books. So a variety of stuff. There's a ton, yeah, that he must have really enjoyed reading. There's the safe from the vision, so we'll do that last. Silver tableware is displayed on wall-mounted shelves. Silver tableware is old but pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Wells really cherished these. He kept them so polished you could see their reflection. But now they're so tarnished. It's kind of sad.
That's weird.
That's strange. What is? There were 4 plates the last time I saw them. It's important to keep all the plates together. I remember Wells saying that. 4 important plates, huh? Let's go look at the safe. There's a sturdy looking safe.
Hey.
A safe this sturdy has got to be protecting something important. Do you think you can get it open? Let's see.
No good, huh?
Nope, locked tight. Well, I hope there's a clue somewhere around here. Yeah, maybe we'll be rich. Rich enough to live as kings.
Dee!
Yeah.
Okay, chirping bird.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so it just does it automatically. The pedestal came down. It must be some sort of mechanism. Guess we don't have them all. Where are the other 2 players? I think we saw them, didn't we? One was in the artist studio, and then one was elsewhere. I'm also kind of looking for this. Number 2, Lawrence Edward, the Patriarch scanned. Let's have a quick read. It seems that the late patriarch of this mansion, Lawrence Edward, was a deeply distrusting man. He found gold on this desolate island and grew the company he established in the span of a single generation. He seems to have viewed everyone who approached him as a thief who wanted only his money, so much so that he forbade anyone outside the family from entering the mansion. What's more, he took measures to guard his property from intruders by placing mechanisms all around the mansion. I believe his distrust of others had a negative impact on his family as well. There is, for some reason, not a single mention of his wife anywhere in this mansion. There's not even a trace of a grave belonging to her in the graveyard. I have no real evidence to support or suggest this, but my theory is Lawrence's wife fell out of love with him, this man who cast suspicion on everyone, and left the island for good after having his child. Lawrence's reward for amassing such vast wealth was to be tortured by the distrust of others, leaving a lonely old man who had lost the love of his family. However, it appears he was able to keep his heart open to at least one person, the butler who served his family, and judging from the journal in the butler's room, it seems it was a mutual and unwavering loyalty. Interesting. Alright, let's head back out, because I'm pretty sure we know where the other plates are. One of them was, I'm pretty sure, is in the artist's art studio. I really hope there are no ghosts in this game. Oh wait, we've already got a ghost. Never mind. Trying to make a Luigi's Mansion joke, but fell a bit flat.
D.
Yeah.
Small dish with pecking bird.
All right.
There's something.
This is...
Told you.
That's... She's...
Hurry, Ashley. Hide.
Right. I remember who said that. It was Mom.
The woman in the photo is your mother? That must mean the baby...
Yeah. It's me. This must be Dad's photo.
And that would be why the drawings look the way they do. I'm pretty sure we also saw the other play, which was back upstairs in the piano room. So let's go back and get it. That way. We're just gonna run. Run, run, run as fast as you can. She runs up and downstairs with using different animations. That's pretty clever, actually. It's a nice little touch. But yeah, I'm pretty sure whoever was using... Let's see. The cigarette plate, where is it?
Ashley.
Huh?
Hey.
Oh.
Yep, okay. And that's all the plates, so let's head back. Not that way, we want to go that way. Right, okay. We haven't been through that door yet, but I'm gonna wait until we've solved this mystery first.
All right.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we just swapped them around.
Hey,
I don't know why it kicked me out of that. Cool. I don't know why that would make a difference, but alright, whatever, I guess. Ooh, what is this we have?
What? This was some sort of puzzle all along?
Don't look so angry.
look, there's something in there.
Huh?
Nothing up here, nothing up there. Rolled paper, let's have a look. Is this a map of the mansion? Huh.
What? How about this?
That's an interesting note, is it? Where's Jessica? Okay. Okay, so we're in this room. R11, L2, R9, and L18. I presumably is a combination for the safe.
Hey. D.
No.
Crap. I just realized I didn't take a picture of the map, did I? That would probably have been handy. Okay, let's... Oh.
Ashley.
Okay, let's try this. So... R11, L2. So, R11... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. L2. What was the remainder saying? And then R9 and then LL18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No? Oh, I must have to... Let me write this down. Hang on. Clearly I screwed up somewhere. Let's have a look. Good thing I got my phone on me. Okay, let's go back in.
Ashley.
Okay, let's try this again. So R11, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. And then L2, 1, 2, and then R9. And then L18, which should take us back to 0. So... do you mean what open?
About
What?
Ashley.
I pressed the right number of times, didn't I? Unless it's backwards. Wait a minute. Let me try that again. Let me try and go in the other way. So, 1, 2, 11, then 2, then 9, 6 is 2, 7, 8, 9, and then 18. What do you mean no?
Ah. Hey,
What? What am I missing? R11, L2, R9, L18. I tried it the other way, didn't I?
Ashley.
Okay, one more go at this. So, let's try and do it the correct way, so. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this takes us and then this takes us back to 0.
Ah. Hey,
Oh, come on. What am I... Wait, what am I missing? Is there maybe something in Wells's bio that'll give me a hint? Mm-hmm. Let me think. Um... Let me just see. So it is just... Okay, this is getting really annoying. So apparently it is just... So it seems like no matter what you do, you always... So it is randomized. Apparently you always get it to go to about 25 and then it returns to normal. So let me try this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. You all saw that. And then L2, so 1, 2. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Right, and then L18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is riveting content. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Ah! What am I getting wrong here? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn on the hints. I need a hint. What am I doing wrong? What the hell am I doing wrong? Press the L button to check the map. If you look at the butler's room, then where the safe is located, there may be a note there.
Ashley.
What am I doing wrong? Because I'm doing the correct input. The R's are clockwise turns, the L's are counterclockwise. The numbers are where you turn they're where you turn the dial to. Oh, you kidding me? I didn't realise that. There's me thinking, oh, that's how many times you turn. Right, okay, let's try that again then. So, 11. So, R11. Oh. Try that again. Actually, I think I had it correctly the first time. So it was just as simple as turning to the number actually displayed on the map. It wasn't the number of turns. How did I get that wrong? So, clockwise, we want to go to 11. So, scroll around. 11. Then 2. And then 9. Then 18. Okay, there we go. That was annoying.
Got it. The safe is unlocked.
Well done, Ashley.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
I can't believe that took so much time.
Yes, a key. 2 keys, as a matter of fact. Now we can get into those locked rooms.
We got the flower key. And the 3-leaf clover key.
What's this notebook?
Wells must have written it.
We finally learned of Master Leonard's whereabouts, but it was too late. He had already succumbed to the epidemic. It has been decided that Mr. Edward will take in the 2 children he left behind. Mr. Edward has ordered new rooms to be prepared for the young children. He calls the room the Golden Bird Room and the Silver Bird Room. The 2 boys have long since outgrown me. They are now strapping young men. Masters Thomas and Henry have entered the same university. Master Henry, so wise and strong. Master Thomas, sweet and honest. I'm sure Mr. Edward is indescribably proud of the growth. Now is there no longer a concern about finding a successor. Masters Henry and Thomas both marry. The dreaded day has finally come. Masters Henry and Thomas are both headed to the battlefield. The war has intensified and both young men were called to the front lines. When I think about how Mr. Edward must feel, I am speechless. I can only pray for their safety. The long-awaited day has arrived. Both young masters have come home. The joy I feel to have them return alive is unparalleled. They return, however, bearing grave wounds to both body and soul. Master Henry locks himself in the art studio, gazing endlessly at the pieces he once painted. He even struggles with daily matters such as eating. Mr. Edward has keenly observed that help is needed and has arranged for Henry to stay on the island with his family. After staying with us for several days, Master Thomas returned to his home on the mainland. He conducted himself with his customary positive manner, but I could sense something like a dark cloud in his countenance. I cannot possibly understand their feelings, but I pray they can rest and become well soon. Mr. Edward prepared his last will and testament. Mr. Edward has taken ill. What have I done? If only I hadn't written the letter and called them to the islands. But no matter how I repent, those days will never return. It's all my doing. The fault is mine alone. But perhaps one day a descendant of the Edward family will return. Should that happen, I will leave a set of blueprints in my drawer. I hope that they are found and provide some use. I pray that the souls of Mr. Edward and the others rest peacefully for eternity.
This Mr. Edward must have been your great-grandfather, Dee.
You're probably right.
Henry and Thomas. If they were brothers and they were Lawrence's grandchildren... Dee? You alright?
So which one was Dee's dad?
Henry, enough already.
What are you trying to say, Thomas?
I just remembered something. Back then, Uncle Henry called my father Thomas.
Thomas? Your father's name is Thomas! Dee, that's great! You remembered your dad! Franny's father is Henry. Dee's father is Thomas.
That means they're cousins.
Henry and Thomas were brothers. They died on this island in the same year. I wonder what happened. Dee looks so upset. He's probably wondering the same thing.
Let's take a look at that family tree, because it looks like it's getting confusing. So we had Wells. Dee's great-grandfather and the owner of this mansion. Dee came to this island with his father to visit this man when he got sick. I've only seen him in a painting, but he looks a little scary. Like you're getting your portrait painted. Why do you look so angry about it? Why didn't the artist ask him to smile? I'm pretty sure the artist was going to get shot afterwards if he had tried that. Leonard Edward, Thomas and Henry's father. Wells wrote in his journal that Leonard died of an illness. He must have felt terrible leaving his kids orphaned when they were so little. Wells also mentioned that they finally learned of his whereabouts, so I guess Leonard left the island at some point and didn't tell them where he was going. I don't know what happened to Leonard, but it seems like Lawrence took his sons in and raised them well, so I'm glad for that. Yeah, I do wonder what happened to him. I wonder if we'll find out. Henry Edward. Henry's father died when he was little, so he grew up in the mansion with Thomas. In his journal, Wells wrote that Henry was wise and strong, and Henry was also a super talented artist. I'll bet Franny was proud to have him as a father. Thomas Edward. Thomas's father died when he was little, and he grew up in the mansion with Henry. Reading Wells' journal helped Dee remember that Thomas was his father. He didn't seem very happy with the memory, though. In his journal, Wells wrote that Thomas was sweet and honest. I get that was true when he was a kid. When he didn't live in the mansion anymore and his grandfather got sick, he brought Dee to visit. I guess the sweet part of him never changed. Franny Edward. Franny was Dee's friend. She lived in this mansion and was really good at piano. She also nicknamed him Dee. I would love to have known her and heard her play music. Just when I was about to give up on opening the door of the mansion, Dee appeared again. It seems like maybe being around me helps get his memories come back. That's how we got past the door. As we were talking, he suddenly remembered coming to the island with his father. After that, we were able to figure out the door knockers and get inside. I'm not scared of Dee at all anymore. He's just a nice ghost that needs help, so I asked him to come along. I also didn't want to be alone, so having a friend is nice. A ghost friend, that's like the coolest thing that's happened to me. She's not wrong. You gotta wonder if Richard is related to the family somehow. It's kind of cool getting to hear Ashley's thoughts on the various characters as well.
Yeah.
Let's head to Technically, we could go into either room. We can't go in that one yet. Go in this one first. Oh, yeah, I'm going to actually use the item. Let's see.
Yes, it opened! Now we can look in Franny's room. Maybe you'll remember something else, Dee.
Yes.
Wow.
Huh? Dee?
This is it, Ashley. This is Franny's room. This is where we'd play together.
Hmm.
Oh man, what a cute teddy bear.
That was Franny's favorite.
These vintage bears are cool. I actually love teddy bears. Suddenly I remembered that night. The one from my dreams. That night, on the table, there was a cake with candles and a bear with a red ribbon.
Here you go, Ashley. This is a present from Daddy.
Yeah, that's what Mom said. But Dad wasn't there. Where was he that night?
That's a very good question, actually.
Ashley? What's wrong?
Dee, I remembered something too. When I saw the bear, my mom...
Your mother?
Yeah, I barely remember anything about her. But sometimes I have this dream. I feel like it ends in the middle, though. Like there's more to it. Huh. That reminds me of something Jessica said. She told me that if I meet my dad, I'll also learn about my mom.
Is that why you came here to see him?
Maybe.
Hmm.
Huh.
Huh.
What's with this doll? Its right arm is missing.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it broke off.
You really need to stop having these flashbacks, mate.
Dee, look at this doll.
I just remembered something.
What is it?
Franny made this doll.
Wow, she made this herself? Pretty impressive. The missing piece must be around here somewhere.
I don't think this doll is broken. I think it's supposed to be missing its right arm. This is a doll of Franny's father.
And?
Hmm?
And Franny's father was missing his right arm.
Really?
Well, that's some information we didn't have before.
Hmm. Hmm? Huh.
Yeah, those are pretty cute. Those are pretty cute.
Hey, Dee, take a look at this doll.
It's Franny's. She made it to look like herself.
So this one is supposed to be Franny.
Yes.
What's wrong? Is something bothering you?
I remember something Franny said.
Dee, these dolls have to be nice to each other. If they get along, then
Excuse me.
Then what?
Sorry. That's all I remember.
The dolls need to get along? What does that mean? Hey.
Yeah.
Nope. Hmm. Clearly, there's meant to be a doll.
The blanket's color is faded. A little girl used to sleep here a long time ago. Hey, Dee. What was Franny like?
Well, I guess she was mostly sweet, but she could be a little sassy. She was real easy to make laugh, but real easy to make cry too. And she was incredibly lonely.
Oh.
That's a shame. Right, I don't think we can do anything in here just yet, so let's go into the other room. All right, yeah.
All right.
I'm just gonna turn the volume up on the game a little bit so you guys can hear it better. Hopefully my voice won't be too drowned out by it.
Does this spark any memories?
This is... Yes, Ashley. I remember something. This room belonged to Franny's parents.
Oh. I remember that, eh? There's an open letter beside the book on the table.
Hey.
Yeah?
You've gone and upset a lot of people with this, and the workers at work here just don't get it, and neither do I. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into working Lawrence mine round the clock, and what are we getting in return? Fired, the lot of us, and kicked off the island. The old president would have at least tried to work something out with us, like always, but now this new guy gets to stroll in and shut us down with a single sheet of paper. We would like to sit down with the new president, or at least owed an explanation. Robert Martin, worker representative. It's a letter from the people who work in the mine. Who's this new president? I have no idea. I assume it was one of their sons.
This is...
I was going to say, this would be the perfect place to hide something exactly like this. I've got to be really careful and keep an eye open for these. When I think of one day reuniting with Ashley, I sometimes find myself wondering what sort of father I should be, and in those moments my thoughts immediately go to my own father, who died when I was 18. He worked as an importer, a line of business that took him all over the world. His sole focus in life was his work, so he was rarely home. But one day, in a move that surprised us all, he took my mother on a vacation in South America. But their plane crashed into the Pacific Ocean and I never saw my parents again. At the time, I couldn't understand why my father's desire to bury himself in his work. How could he keep himself so busy that he neglects his family? And then one day, he was gone. But looking back, I've become exactly like him. If my father was still alive, what would he say to me? To see me with my head so buried in my research, what would he think of me? That's an interesting question. You gotta wonder. There are a lot of books in here, but they all look complicated and boring. Was someone in the middle of this book? I wonder how long it's been sitting here. Can't do anything with the bedside table.
Oh, yeah.
Franny made it. This one must be your mum. Dear Henry, this is farewell. Having lost not only your beloved grandfather, but others so dear to you in such a short time, I'm sure you are consumed by a grief deeper than I can understand. I believe that Franny and I could heal your heart, but you were changed since sealing yourself off in the Silver Bird room. I saw how you threw the sprout key into the fountain. You spent every day confined in your room, lost in a bottle of alcohol, and terrified of an unseen force. You seem to have lost your will to live. Even Franny is frightened by how long it's been since you picked up a pencil or paintbrush, and yet you still refuse to leave the room. I can no longer see your heart. Henry, I'm taking Franny and I'm leaving the island. I will never forget how deeply I loved you. Marie.
Who's
no.
Marie?
Franny's mama.
Oh,
Why do you look so sad?
well, this is a goodbye letter. I don't know what happened between her mom and dad, but I'm sure Franny wanted them all to stay together. That's why I'm sad.
Ashley.
Unless I'm mistaken, that should have updated the... Yeah. I guess with this section, we'll never actually find out who Thomas's wife was. Yeah, this was the Edward family. Okay, well, I guess we've done what we came to do in this room. We'll head back to the child room and we'll see what comes next, as well as look for the origami bird. I'm determined to get all of them. Excuse me. They've been fairly well hidden so far, so I'm starting to wonder. We'll do the puzzle and I'll look for it after. It might be you have to do the puzzle first.
Huh?
Nothing behind the book.
Huh?
There you are. Let's do the puzzle and then we'll look at it. I'm gonna take a guess and say that the dolls getting along means that the Okay, so maybe because I get the impression that they're all supposed to be holding hands. Ah, there we go.
Yeah. And in here we have a key.
We got the sprout key.
I wonder which room this key's for.
The ribbon Franny loved. What, we're not taking it? Right, I'll have to come out and then go into... Tarnished teddy bear. Oh man, I don't think I'm gonna keep this up for another half hour. I was trying to go for 2 hours today just to get some progress made, but I don't think I'm gonna pull that off somehow. Okay, Tarnished teddy bear. Living in this mansion is like living in a time capsule. Each room is untouched by time. As I use these rooms in my day-to-day life, I find myself developing an interest in antique furniture. When I gaze upon the elaborate decor, when I feel the fine materials used in their construction, materials that have withstood the test of time, I think I must be feeling the same sense of elegance and high living once enjoyed by the Edward family. I'll sometimes catch myself wandering from room to room just to admire the furniture. One might even say I'm an enthusiast. Yet, I found it difficult to enjoy the child's room on the east side of the second floor. Looking at the dusty teddy bear on that small desk, my thoughts rushed back to Ashley, and how I left her behind 11 years ago. Oh, Ashley, I want to just see you just one more time. I have to imagine you don't even remember my face. You were just 3-year-olds at the time. I want to finish another and then see you with my own eyes to see how you've grown. I feel as though I've been stuck in time myself, and only you can bring me back. Ooh. Well, let's go into that other room and see what's in there. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. You know, I haven't drunk anything or eaten anything for about 2 hours. Just fix that issue. Oh, man. Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me. Good grief. When did I turn into a pig? Alright, I keep forgetting you gotta do that.
Yes.
I think it's a bit silly that you use the key on the door and then I have to press another button just to enter. Just seems a bit silly to me. But then what do I know? I'm guessing this must be the Goldbird room.
Not here either. Where could you be, Jessica?
Why do we keep expecting to find her in random rooms throughout the mansion? Excuse me.
Huh.
I don't think they had remotes for these back in the day.
Oh, darn it.
Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm not keen on working that out. Okay. Again, I'm looking for that crane, the paper crane.
Oh.
Is this a painting of Franny? It looks a lot like the sketch in the art studio. Where do you think that Dee was friends with her all those years ago? Nothing in there.
Huh.
Huh. Aha. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds? Wait, how many of these are there? Oh, there's not that many actually. I thought it was going to be... There's 14 altogether. We're nearly halfway there. From the door knockers to tableware to paintings to sculptures in the fountain, a hummingbird motif permeates every corner of this mansion. The fact there are so many hummingbird decorations indicates that Lawrence had a strong fixation on them. Hummingbirds can be a symbol of healing and love, and are apparently a popular motif in Native American cultures as well. I believe it's possible Lawrence included hummingbirds all throughout the mansion as an attempt to alleviate his loneliness. It reminds me of something Sayoko once told me. In Japan, the crane has long been associated with good fortune. Designs featuring this particular bird are very popular. Origami cranes are most popular as a means of making a wish. As such, those who wish for peace or speedy recovery from illness will often make them in droves. So perhaps Lawrence's hummingbird decorations are made with a wish for peace in his own life. Sayoko taught me how to make origami cranes a long time ago. Maybe I should make a few and leave them around the mansion, with a wish that the departed may rest in peace. That actually is a very good explanation for that. I was expecting that. Now let's go to the elephant in the room, or more accurately the painting in the room.
It's a hummingbird.
It's crooked. This bothers me to no end.
Oh. Hello.
This is sheet music, isn't it?
I think we know what the piano's for now.
Why was it hidden behind a painting? The painting is of this bird.
Ah!
Did you know there's a puzzle hidden in this sheet music? If you solve the puzzle and play the music, you'll get to see the piano's secret.
Ah.
I just remembered something. This is the sheet music Franny played on the piano.
Oh, really? I wonder if I'd be able to play it.
You can play?
Yeah, I practice on a school piano once in a while.
Will you try playing this song?
I'll give it a shot. Maybe it'll help jog some more memories.
Franny told me there's a puzzle hidden in this sheet music.
I wonder what it could be.
I wonder if there's something... Okay, let's head... Oh wait, downstairs is the wrong way to go. Let's head back. So, just to sort of recap very briefly, because I feel like we should recap this. We had Lawrence, who was the father, who was the great-grandfather. He was incredibly paranoid about people taking his wealth and saw everyone as thieves, and ultimately died, presumably a very unhappy, lonely person. Leonard was his first child, who died died after giving birth, having 2 kids. Henry was wise and strong. Henry and Thomas lived here in the mansion. Henry grew up wise. Henry was said to be wise and strong, and yet Marie left him presumably after Henry came back from the war. And Thomas was kind and sweet and honest. Sorry, and he apparently is Dee's father. So that's Oh dear. Sorry, I'm not going to use hints for everything. I just got really stuck on that safe. There's an old grand piano. Oh. Probably a good idea. Is it an album? Okay. Oh, well, you gotta make the pictures match, I think.
You can do it. Sorry.
Hmm. The second staff is blank, but don't make me go back at all. Don't tell me I gotta go all the way back to the room. A fast travel system wouldn't be too bad. I know I'm being lazy saying that, but still. Is that L? Hmm. Yeah, this is a bit weird. Yeah, that's not quite what I meant when I say resize. Okay. Clearly that's meant to be like the lower. It's getting really annoying. What am I meant to be doing here? Okay, let's delete a few photos. Get rid of you. I don't think those are going to end up being important in the long run. Right. Let's try. I can't get the freaking... I know what's going on, it's that smaller picture. The problem is there's not really a way for me to easily get a snap of it from the correct distance away. Unless it is literally just a case of I just need to do this. And then I can compare the two. Okay, we're just gonna have to try and do this carefully. I need to make sure the two hummingbird pictures I need to make sure the two hummingbird pictures overlap. Okay, let's try overlaying. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Still not quite there. Okay, let's try that again. Still not quite a match. I wish there was a way to just delete without having to do a batch delete every time. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Right, okay. Right, I'm doing the right thing. It's just getting these two pieces to line up that's gonna... Right, okay. Maybe I should do it from this angle instead. I still don't think that's quite right. No. Thing is, you can see what's going. You can see it though, can't you? You can see what's gonna. So wait, was that bigger or smaller than the? It's bigger, isn't it? It says at least double the size. Okay. So we need to move further back, not forward. So we were here before, we want it about half the size it was. Which I would say is about there, maybe. Okay. I'm trying to get it as square as possible so that it matches up. That's why I'm not looking directly at it. Again, I think it's still way too big. The sheet music is bigger than this, so I need to be right up against it. It's so close. It is so close to being perfect. That's maddening. Because here's the thing. I don't think I can get it any closer than that. Because if I match this up, it goes down. And if I match that up... the actual size... is not the right angle. Ah! This is really frustrating. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Genuinely. Maybe moving that little bit back is gonna help. This is only the impossible puzzle. Like this is incredibly obtuse. Again, it's too big. But if I get too close to it, hang on. Maybe I'm overthinking this. So, okay, yeah, I was overthinking this. There we go.
All right.
Okay, that might be the most infuriating puzzle I've had yet. To be fair, I completely forgot that you were supposed to press A to look at it directly. So on some level that is... Oh. Oh, I wish there was a fast travel system. Well, you know, if you actually just looked around a little bit, you'd find one. Jesus. Right. Okay, let's see what happens.
go. Sorry. Sorry.
Oh, wait a minute, you're supposed to press both at the same time. That was pleasant. Totally worth the 20 minutes I've just wasted.
Huh? Ashley, did you hear that? Sounds like it triggered something. Let's look around.
You don't say. There's a brain cell in there. Okay.
A box fell out of the piano. I wonder what it is.
It's a box, dummy.
This is... Granny found these on the beach.
It's shells. They're kind of pretty.
Oh, right. I remember these. Franny found them. These are our treasure. She hid them here.
What's this card? It looks like a game cartridge. Is this Franny's too?
No. I've never seen that.
Gee, I wonder if that's something to do with the thing that looks like a game system.
What's that noise?
It's the DAS. What's it doing? Did it read the card?
Recognize the another key. Installing another key 01. Installation complete.
I've never seen this screen. Is this a map of the mansion?
Huh.
One of the rooms is glowing.
What's this another key?
I have no idea. Another key. What the? Who are you?
I've been waiting for you.
Hmm? This didn't happen in the original game. Reunited with Dad.
Ashley. I'm your father.
What? What do I do? He's my dad?
I don't think so somehow. Where the hell has he just been?
Ashley?
Yeah?
Look at you, all grown up. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
I don't know what to say.
There's so much I've always wished I could tell him. I can't even think straight. My heart feels like it's going to pound out of my chest. I've got a lump in my throat. I can't talk.
I don't know what to say. Just seeing you in front of me, it's a little overwhelming.
Dad.
Ashley.
This is so weird. When he hugs me, I smell cigarettes. This man, he's my dad. I finally met my dad. Dad?
Something a bit weird going on.
Well, I haven't seen her.
How is that possible?
Did Jessica let you wander off?
No, she told me to stay put. I was being a brat, so she probably wanted to get away from me. I tried to catch up to her, but I couldn't. Then when I got near the mansion, I heard her scream. I found her glasses on the ground by the gate.
What? I didn't hear anything.
Why didn't you come to the dock to meet us?
Well, I was conducting an experiment that took longer than I expected. I'm sorry, Ashley.
Okay. I guess it was too important to walk away from, huh? I'm really worried about Jessica. If you haven't seen her either, we have to look for her.
Of course I'll help look for Jessica. By the way, did you bring the DAS?
Yeah. I have it right here.
Good. I'm glad you got it, Ashley.
Why did you send it to me?
There'll be time to explain it all later. Just hold on to it for now.
Okay. Oh, yeah. The DAS made a weird noise earlier.
What? The screen is... The system's online. Okay. 2 in the West Wing and 1 in the East. Well, that's odd. One has already been unlocked.
Unlocked? Are you talking about this?
Oh, Ashley. Well done. Thank you for bringing this to me. Where did you find it?
It was in the piano.
In the piano? Really?
What is this? Why was it in the piano?
It's a key that starts a very important device called the Another. But Bill stole it.
Bill? What is the Another?
Whoever Bill is, he seems like the dastardly sort.
Why are you out here all alone on this island? And you told Jessica to tell me you were dead? Why? Tell me everything. All of it.
Another was my and your mother's research project. Once complete, it could heal a great many people.
It can heal people?
That was the hope, anyway. But we knew there were people who might try to steal it from us. That's why I continued my work here, where no one could find me. I thought I could trust Bill, but it seems I was wrong.
Who's Bill?
A scholar who helped me with my research. He was my assistant and is absolutely brilliant. But he betrayed me. He tried to steal the research we did on this island. Ashley, your mother and I dedicated our lives to our research on Another. But Bill wanted to claim it for himself.
That's horrible.
I managed to stop him, but he had already hidden the keys from me.
The Another needs keys?
That's right. There are 3 keys total. The remaining 2 should still be somewhere in this mansion.
I see.
And I think Bill may have taken Jessica.
What?
She's in danger. We need to find her right away.
Then let's go find her, right now!
It's not so simple. I need to get the another keys in order to protect it.
Dad,
What do we do?
Let's split up. You look for Jessica, and I'll look for the another keys.
Ashley, I can't let you do that.
I'll be okay. I can find them using the DAS. I've already managed to solve all sorts of puzzles around here. Finding
You mean
more
like 3
keys
of
will be
them?
no sweat, even if Bill's hidden them.
Okay. If you're sure, I'll leave the keys to you.
Just hurry and find Jessica.
Don't worry, I'll find her.
Hey, Dad?
Yes?
Once we have all the another keys, and you find Jessica, then we can all go home. Together. Right?
Of course. So the sooner you find those keys, the better, right?
Uh-huh.
Well then, you should take this.
Ah, okay.
Where should I
That must
start
unlock the
looking?
West Wing.
The DAS shows something on the 2nd floor of the West Wing. You should be able to get in with that key.
Thank you, Dad.
Now that place is dark, so be careful. I'm sure I'll find Jessica soon. Meet you in the foyer?
Deal. Okay, I'm off.
Good luck.
Ashley,
Huh? What?
I'm glad you finally got to meet your father.
Yeah.
You don't seem very happy. Is something wrong?
No, I'm happy. But I don't know. I've got this weird feeling.
You probably just need a chance to take it all in.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Dad couldn't see you.
That's because he only believes what he can see, like every other adult. I'm used to not being seen.
Oh.
So, are you going to help your father?
Of course. I want to help if I can. So, yeah. I'm gonna find the another keys for him.
I see.
Will you help me, Dee?
I would be happy to.
Alright, let's take a look at this new map we've got. Okay, so you can't see another key 1, you can only see the second one. Right, okay. The first one should be on the first floor in that room.
Oh, good.
Oh, come on. Why do I have to do this every time? Oh. It must only open the top floor room. Door, even. But yeah, that was weird. I didn't think that
Alright.
reveal happened until much later in the game. I wonder what other changes to the storyline they've made. Or is the storyline the same and I've just got a really bad memory?
It's pitch black in here. Smells kind of damp, too.
It's been neglected all this time.
Is there really an another key hidden in here? Let's double check on the DAS. It's showing
It's
me
in
a
the
room
next room.
deeper in. There may be something behind the bookshelf, but it's so dark. I can't just go fumbling around blind in there.
I'll check out what's past here.
Dee.
This way, Ashley!
Did I mention I'm sort of scared of the dark?
I'm pretty sure we could use the lighter on this.
Yeah.
Cool. Not this way. Although I am kind of...
Oh.
Cool. Why don't we just... Oh, these... I was gonna say why don't we open the blinds, but those are bits of wood. Planks. Okay, presumably one of the keys candles goes into there.
All right.
So these puzzles,
Floor
I'm pretty...
collapsed.
Oh.
Ugh, this mansion's a death trap. Dad's really been living here all along? Now, where did Dee go?
Oh. This is...
I've enjoyed reading books here ever since I was young. I wanted to be a novelist.
What did he end up doing then? That's the real question.
Come on, Dee, where are you? So to get over the hole to the other side... Huh? The bookshelf is crooked. It's a little wobbly.
You want me to knock over a bookshelf?
Maybe I can knock this over. Ugh. Okay, that was dangerous.
Ashley? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Just wrecking
Dee
things,
sounds
don't
like
worry.
he's farther in. I can use the bookshelf to get across now. Though it seems pretty unstable. This is so scary.
Keep my eyes peeled because I want to... I want to get the next
There he
origami
is.
trim.
Dee!
Oh, Ashley.
So glad I finally found you.
I've been here before. With my father. He took me past the bookshelf. The room extends beyond it.
I think we knew that, didn't we?
And the another key is there. I'm sure of it.
Hmm. Too dark, eh? Yeah, I don't think I can get around that way. Nope, gotta push that one over. I can't run either, that's really annoying. Excuse me. I'm guessing I'm gonna go all the way back. Must have done that a little too quickly. Again, it's just like, oh no, you've got to do the whole puzzle.
All right.
Oh dear, right. Okay, let me just check something real quick. We're on the second floor. Right, I see. So second floor, there's no hummingbird in this room, it's in the next room. Oh wait, it can't be used here. I guess I would need to find more candles.
Huh? Huh.
There's something written on it. The two birds know the order. We saw a bird statue a little earlier on. Any more candles around here? Because I'm pretty sure I need at least one more. See, I would suggest burning a book, but I'm pretty sure someone would kick the shit out of me for suggesting that. I think what we're going to do is, because we have been running for nearly 2.5 hours, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to... We'll move into the next room, and then I'm thinking we're going to save, and that'll be the end of today's little journey. Can I grab the... Right, so we can take the candle. Cool. Oops. Stick the game console and it can work.
All right.
Right, I think we know what we're going to do here.
Maybe.
We'll need to put the candle back, I think.
Oh.
This is a candle holder. You don't say.
All right.
Right, let's go back. Let's see. Okay, let me just pull up the... Oh god, look at that! Okay, so it looks like all the black or silver ones have a clover mark and the rest have hearts. So I don't think there's a particular order they have to be in. But it looks like one purple, a black one, and a red, and then two blacks, so... Red, and then two blacks. Excuse me, a red, a black, a red, and a black. So red, black, red, black. So red, black. Two reds, a black, three reds. Two reds, a black, three reds. And then black, red, three blacks, and a red. Black, red, three blacks, and a red. Easy. I think everyone wants a bookshelf that does this.
Man. The book. Oh no. D?
You're a ghost.
Great. It closed. Now what do I do? Ugh, it won't open.
Does this mean we're stuck?
Don't scare me like that. Ugh, forget it. Let's just find this key.
I wonder what kind of room this was. I mean, I can see what kind of room it was, but...
According to this, it's nearby. There's a room even deeper in?
That's...
Did you find something? Hey, wait up! D? Hey. Huh? Ashley. Maybe. Huh?
Ugh, excuse me.
Maybe.
Alright, memory boy, I don't suppose you remember anything about this? Let's see if we can't figure this out. Scale. So there's a brass scale on the desk.
Hey. Hey.
Looks like some coins. Got half moon coin, crescent moon coin, full moon coin, waning gibbous moon coin, new moon coin. Okay. Oof. It's something to do. I'm guessing you have to get these to balance perfectly. Okay, so half doesn't move it much at all. I would have thought it was the crescent moon one we had to use because of the decoration in the... what does the full moon coin wear? Oh. Oh, I guess this is a game where you have to figure out which one goes where. Okay, let's put you...
What's this? What's this?
I'm guessing I must have to weigh all of them.
What's this?
I don't think taking a picture is gonna help. So we have a scale puzzle where we can put scales in one at a time. Wait a minute. Maybe we're supposed to put them in a particular order. This would be the crescent moon. And then half moon. And then we want the gibbous moon.
By the way.
Oh, okay, maybe I need to get it horizontal. I think we said the crescent of the waxing moon. You would think, wouldn't you, that the simple solution would be put all the coins in at once or something, but then I guess we found it like that, didn't we?
By the way. What's this?
I genuinely don't know what I'm expected to do here. Oh. Oh, right, okay, so I was looking at this too quickly.
What's this? Ashley.
It says, can you solve this,
What?
D? Me? Says it's from Franny.
What?
From Franny to me? What is it? What's she mean me figuring it out? Does this picture mean something? Franny's challenge. What's this picture? Looks like it's been burnt. Burnt? Now I remember this picture was drawn with invisible ink.
What?
Wow, really?
Hey.
Yeah, you're gonna know the trick to see it. And in this case, the ink becomes visible when exposed to heat. That sounds like so much fun. But yeah, I guess I got a little ahead of myself. This is shaped like a scale.
This is.
It's a fireplace. Should we say it was waxing? No, it wasn't waxing, it was the other one.
By the way.
And it kind of looks like a D.
By the way. By the way.
The scales are the thing he needs to do first. That's very clear to me.
By the way. What's this?
I'm of the opinion that you're supposed to put the coins on those and then something happens? I don't know.
By the way. What's this?
Oh.
Oh.
I'm so stupid at this. Okay, you know what? Let's try that. I mean, that's the point of the system, though, isn't it? It's meant to give you hints. And it's certainly better than Kirsty.
Yeah.
Little Paper Mario joke for you there. So if that was invisible ink, then I guess this would... No, not that one.
Maybe.
Use motion controls to move the paper by tilting the system controller. Lose sight of the candle while revealing the hidden text. Try looking at the candle symbol on the screen. Reset the position of the paper with X. Oh. Interesting. That means I have to make them weigh a certain...
Yes.
The fire revealed a picture. How awesome.
Hey.
Oh, I know what it means. I need to figure out... First I need the one that goes that way, which I think was this one. Nope, not that one. I need the one that does the perfectly balanced thing, which I think is this one. Oh no, that's the top left. So that makes the symbol point to the top left. So top left, we're in Gearburst. That's the one that points to the top left, and then the next one we want. So you want the top right next. That barely moves it, so it's not that one, it's one of the other two. Okay, that's the top right one. Okay, take that back. And then we need the one that does perfect balance, which is this one. Yep, let's take the coin with us.
All right. Maybe.
It absolutely was. Let's see. So in this one, we want the gibbous one. And then in this one, we want New Moon. And the last one, we want the full moon.
What was that sound?
Figures there was some trick to this fireplace.
Whoa. Guess we should go through.
Cool.
A secret room behind a fireplace is just next level.
It's unbelievable.
Have you been in here before?
No. At least, not that I recall.
Okay, secret room in the study, eh? It is too dark to see, you're quite right. Oh, hang on. Scanning, scanning. Changing my mood. There, we're officially at half now. I haven't really explored any of the major rooms, so... Creating something new is no simple task. That is true of anything, including another. When research isn't proceeding as I hoped, I'll pick up a book to take my mind off things. Fortunately for me, the mountain study contains countless books, from impenetrable hardback volumes to light and breezy paperback reads. I'll grab a random book from the dusty old shelves and head into the forest, where I'll flip through the pages of an old novel in the sunlight dappled through the branches of a tree. It's during these moments I can forget about the research that vexes me and recharge my mind. And it's those moments where I'm at my most peaceful. Most recently, I've been blazing through a detective novel by an author named David Shields. His style of prose and story development are my taste exactly. After my reading session, I'll stroll over to the pier to take in the sights of the water from the cliff. When I look out at the horizon, I think back to the living room of our house in Seattle. The happier days with Sayoko and Ashley, days that I can never have back. Anyway, perhaps I'll make a stool and place it under the tree on the cliff, and in doing so, I can imagine I'm sitting with them at home. Ooh. It's too dark to see anything. Let's see, there must... Cool. And there's a... No, there's a candlestick right there. Are you blind? How can it be too dark? Open the blasted curtains then, come on. Okay, this is gonna get a little annoying. Wait. I have to be stood here for that to work? What?
Ashley.
Oh.
Hey.
Let's see what's in here. It's locked. What? Wait, why are you asking me now? How am I supposed to know what, like... Yeah, I was gonna say, how am I supposed to know that? Of all the things...
Hey, that's it. Hey.
That's my bag. If Father gave it to me, I had it with me when I came to the island. Open it for me.
Wait!
Excuse me, is this your hat, Dee? Oh yeah, that was my favorite. It's totally vintage, I love it. It wasn't vintage when I was wearing it.
Wow.
This ball looks super old. Was this yours? Yeah, I love baseball. He had a good relationship with his dad then.
Looks like a letter. Wonder what it's...
And November 28th, 1948. Dear Dee, happy 12th birthday. You're the first friend I made on this island. I'm so happy I get to celebrate your birthday. I hope we get to keep having lots of fun together. From Franny.
This was from Franny to me?
That must be it. It's a birthday card from Franny to you.
Huh.
You don't remember?
No, I don't. But this card was probably written on my birthday, right?
Which means now you know when your birthday is.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's see what else is in the room.
What is this? It's empty.
Uh-oh.
Father?
What is it, Dee?
I just remembered something. Father opened this case. He kind of stared into it, and inside it, it was a gun. But where could it be now?
Ooh, that's a grisly thought. Now that being said, I think we now know the combination of this case, don't we? Not quite what I meant to do. November 28th, 1940. Let me write that down. We have 2 days there.
Father.
You just read my mind, kid. So let's put in 1-1. One 128 and then 1948. Wait a minute, if he was 12 at this point, then presumably it would be... Let's see, take off 10, and then take off 2.
Alright.
Ah! It was his actual date of birth, not the not the date of the current when that card was written.
Father.
Hey.
Yeah.
Go for it. That's a big briefcase for a little piece of crap in there. Recognize the another key.
Now we have two. That means there's just one more to find. What's the matter, Dee?
The things in here were all important to Father.
Let's take a look and see what he kept in here.
I assume that must have been Dee's baby photo.
Father. Yeah. Maybe.
Don't sound so sure, will you? There's a random shoe for some reason.
Dee?
Ashley. Ashley.
Oh.
XXXX. I penned a mystery novel under a pseudonym, but it still didn't sell. First my child loses his mother, and now I can't provide him with so much as a pair of shoes. I never should have left the mansion. Maybe then I would have been able to provide him a better life. What else can I do? I have no other avenues for earning money. All I can do now is go to my brother.
This is...
Scarlet Labyrinth by David Shields. Before long, he emerged from the room, not bothering to tidy it up. With a neutral expression and nonchalant tone, he told the maid Monica, "The lady of the house is very tired. She wishes to not be disturbed for the rest of the day." Monica accepted his words and cleared the table of the meal she had brought out. Everything was going according to plan so far. He caught an unconscious smirk upon his face and quickly swapped it for a stiff look. He retrieved the black pouch he had hidden under the bed. It looks like a novel manuscript written by David Shields.
Just one more, another key to go.
Where in the world is it hiding?
So the last one is on the first floor, in that room there. We now have, Richard. Notice that the friend that Richard had mentioned what isn't on this map yet.
Wow.
Wait, where am I supposed to be going now? Oh wait, there's a door here? Why did I not see that? Okay, that was weird. West Wing hallway. Someone was living the dream, you don't say. And that I think will do for today. Thank you very much if you've stuck around me to the end. We'll definitely have to play some more of this. Let me just save real quick whilst I'm thinking about it, or I'm gonna forget. Save. And there we go. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe.